Hey guys, just got home from work. More packages, more games. Let's go open them up. Hey everyone, so like I said, I have a package today, another one. I don't know what this is, so I'm actually kind of excited to open it, so let's just open it. Never a good sign. I'm looking at you, USPS. Oh, big day. Knuckles Chaotix. I've been wanting this game for a very long time. This is not a cheap game at all. This is one of the more expensive games on the 32X, but gotta finish that collection, so Knuckles Chaotix, it's here, finally. So a quick look at the box. It actually looks really, really good. There is a just slight tear on the bottom. So inside, the cartridge looks really good. The sticker looks brand new. This looks like it's been hardly ever used. I'm not sure if it has, maybe it has. But even the box, with the exception of the little rip on the back, or on the bottom, looks like it's never been used. So here we go. We have the Sega Vision's instruction manual, winner's instruction manual. Basically, it's like Nintendo's Power Magazine. I do like that there is a section on here that check off all that apply for gaming that you play. And at the time, they had Atari Lynx as an option, Game Boy, Game Gear, Nintendo, Philips CDI, Super Nintendo, TurboGrafx CD, Genesis 3DO, Sega CD, Jaguar, and other. That's just amazing to me. So anyway, so that's cool. And it's in really good shape. Doesn't look like it's ever been touched. Same with the instruction manual, it's in very good shape. Black and white, very 32X style, but it looks really new, like no one's used it. So very happy. So here you go, Knuckles Chaotix. This is an expensive one. If you're looking to get this game, well, I'll tell you just what I spent. I bought it off of eBay and I got it for $100. $100. That's actually not too bad, considering I've seen other complete in-box Knuckles Chaotix games that'll run you up to 150. You know, nobody likes to spend $100 on a game, especially for a 32X game, but this was kind of big. This is the only Sonic game that was ever made for 32X. And I've never played it, so I'm excited to, so let's go pop it in. So here we go, Knuckles Chaotix. I'm excited about this. I'm a big fan of Sonic. So being that this is the 32X version, I know it's not Sonic, but you know, it's Sonic related. Very excited about this. And it's a nice little opening. So there's a couple options here. I'm going to do the training first because everybody should know this right off the bat. This is hard. And it's because there's this tethering effect, this rubber band effect. So you are basically connected to another character. There are 5 players to choose from. You have Knuckles the Echidna, Mighty the Armadillo, Espio the Chameleon, Vector the Crocodile, and Charmy Bee. And each of them have their own abilities. Of course, Knuckles can climb. And the only reason I'm telling you that is because that's who I'm choosing. Now, the objective of the game does not change from previous Sonic titles. You need to finish each level under 10 minutes, and of course, defeat Dr. Robotnik's badniks. Now, the plot is different for the Japanese version versus the English version. In the English version, Knuckles is guarding Carnival Island. It's called Carnival Island. It's a large high-tech amusement park, and the Power Emerald is actually what's giving the amusement park electricity. And of course, the only way to stop Dr. Robotnik is for Knuckles to rescue one friend at a time, because they all get taken,
using ring power. That's right, ring power, which holds two partners together like a rubber band. And of course, they all need to work together at the end to defeat Dr. Robotnik before the grand opening of the park. Now, the interesting thing about this game is that Knuckles Chaotix was actually supposed to be something else. And it actually started as development for Sega Genesis. But when the 32X came out, they decided to transfer over all of that development to the 32X. And the earlier version was supposed to be worked around Sonic, but they reworked it for the 32X to showcase Knuckles. And who knows why they did that? Maybe the series was getting stale, I don't know, but they decided they wanted to try something new with this tethering effect. And I'll give them credit for trying, but it's so hard. Any rate, I digress. So just about everything is, Sonic-like. I did notice that there weren't a whole lot of enemies. Now that could be just because I'm in the opening stages of the game, but if you're brand new to this, you want something to kill, right? So there's some cool things about this. There's 25 gigantic rounds of rock and roller coaster action with 5 huge 3D bonus levels. I have never seen that, and with the way I'm playing, probably won't happen. And your character can actually enlarge, like he gets huge. You should probably try the training, which is what I did, and it's excruciating to do because it tells you what to do, which I think is great, and I think it has to. Even when you're doing it, you're just like, enough. It takes so long just to get energy built up, and you just want to run. You want that old Sonic feel where everything is just fast. But while it seems like I'm bashing this thing, I'm really not. It's super colorful. The graphics are very Sonic-like, obviously a little better with the scaling, the 32X scaling that they have in this. The music isn't horrible. Is it great? I don't know. Although I feel like I must have a bad connection here because the audio is a little off. But there's some crazy stuff. Like I'm looking at the screen and I just don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. It looks cool. I'm not even sure what this is. This is like a little top I'm pulling? I don't even know. And there's some cool things, like you can throw the character at you. It's like this 3D effect where the character's thrown into your screen or out of your screen. So I guess overall, I like the graphics. The gameplay is really hard, at least right now. Maybe I'll get used to it. I don't know. I would like to play a 2-player game, see how that works out. Maybe that'll be a little different. But if I'm just going with what I've played right off the bat here, it's just eh. But if any of you out there have finished this game, I want to hear from you. And maybe you can shed some light on how to make this more easy for me, or how to enjoy it better. Look at this. Going up a ramp is like a life-changing event. It shouldn't be this way. So let me just get this out of the way right off the top of this. I'm not a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I'm a fan. I'm just not a super fan. I don't think it's the greatest thing to ever hit the Genesis or beyond. To me, the game it's good. And I think they tried to go for something that was never done before. And it's cool to have another character with you that has different abilities. And like I said, the graphics are actually pretty good. The scaling's really great, and I really can't complain about the graphics at all. To me, it's just about the gameplay. So while this was very expensive, I definitely would recommend getting it. I got it for, like I said, for $100, and it's complete in box. It's actually in very good shape, and it's the only Sonic game on the system, Sonic-related game on the system. So I would highly recommend it, and I'm sure my opinion may change in the next week or so after I've played, put in a few hours on this thing. So we'll see. Thanks for watching another episode of Layman Video Gamer. I'm gonna go see if I can't get somewhere on this. Hopefully a couple of stages, I don't know. But I'm gonna go give it a shot. So I'll see you next time.